What's up? It's very cold and windy here. Very, very cold. Brr, cold. Gotta cover my toes. So I just went live for no apparent reason other than I'm gonna play around. But YouTube, you are now live. No kidding, really? I'm gonna turn it on way down because otherwise it'll backfeed. No kidding, really? Oh, there it is, backfeeding. Okay. So, yeah. Comments. What's up, Michael? Yeah. I didn't even do the share thing yet, so I'm going to do that all right now. While y'all be watching and doing all that. Oh, audio. Got to turn my own audio off. There we go. And do the share, copy. Let's go over to Twitter. I'm not even going to do the chat thing because I'm going to have the chat on here. And hanging out. And twit it. It's been twitted. Let's go to Facebook and Face Planet. You know, they changed the Face Plant share thing. It used to be you could share it to multiple groups at once. You just like hit groups and it would give you all the list of your groups. And that kind of went away. 3D printing, yes. As long as you're popular flea collar linked to almost, yeah, whatever. And let's go to Facebook and some groups. And what's up, Matt? I am cold. No, yeah, it is cold. We're actually, it's so funny. We had a terribly cold winter. Lots of snow. More snow than we've had in years. Luckily, not a lot all at once. We always got like that melt in between. So we never got more than an actual foot laying on the ground. But, yeah, we had a lot of snow and it was very cold. And then it warmed up last week and everyone's like, yeah, the winter's over. It's March. Why is my light blinking? The light behind my computer is blinking for some reason. Never seen that one before. Might be getting a power failure. I'm not seeing anything else blinking. Yeah. Anyway, weather. We got warm. It warmed up. All the snow melted, or 99.9% of the snow melted. Today is the coldest day we've had all year. But then again, tomorrow's supposed to be like in the 40s and 50s again. So, yeah, whatever. Let's see. We'll hit 3D printing and painting up. Command V. Post. See, now you got to go back and forth and back and forth. It makes it very obnoxious. I think that's all I'm going to do is my little group. I'll do printed solids and Jerry's 3D printing and painting, and then make it go away. And that's that. Yeah, no. Blankets work just fine. Women are fun to play with. That was rude. Yeah, no, been there, done that. Like to have them now and again, but don't want a permanent fixture. At least not at this point in time. I have too much other crap going on in my life. I am printing away, and I've been playing with this oil wrench that I'm designing to pull the oil cover off my mother's car, which is probably going to break. I already broke one. This is just for fun to see if I can actually do it. Now, this is very thin-walled, and it is PLA. These are PETG. This was the next design, and then I kind of simplified it And this is actually going up at an angle, so it'll sit. Because you can't go flat because you won't be able to turn it because there's too much crap in the way. But at an angle, you can get a hold of it. But anyway, I've also been playing at the same time, which is kind of stupid. Playing with linear advance and fine tuning it on this. I kind of stopped using it for a while, and it's been bugging me. So I started doing it, and I just kind of guesstimated. I know it's like around here, and typed in a number for the K value, and I was wrong. And this is, I can probably just break it. You can hear it cracking, I think. And you can see it's all, there's like hollow spots and everything. So it's definitely too high of a setting. So I'm printing another one. It's only a couple hours. Burning off some PETG. This is Atomic that Mr. Lightspeed sent me. Just your basic gray gunmetal, gray PETG from Atomic. So yeah, I'm playing with that. This is definitely too weak. It's almost like hollow. I can squish it. This one, on the other hand, which had no linear advance, but you can tell I actually over extruded a lot. It looks like under extruding, but it isn't. It was actually over extruding. And there's issues all over it. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, it's not the worst print I've ever done. The sidewalls are gorgeous. It's just the top faces and bottom. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So I'm printing another one of these, which I think this will actually work. I can print it right. I think there's enough material around here. Again, if I print it right, this is like, you can, I don't know if you can hear it. It sounds hollow. It's like 45% infill. 6 or 7 shells because I want it strong. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. That's what the printer is doing. I may go back to the PLA. But that's not why we're here. Ah! That wasn't too bright. I just knocked over the camera because the cable was in the way. And I yanked on the cable. And all I really wanted was this cable. What's holding up this cable? Something's holding up that cable. My towels. I got my towels. These are big, huge towels that I use for a freaking lap blanket. What is up? Red light from the crane, my friend. Crane boy. Crane cam. We like the crane cam. That's fun once in a while. All right. I gotta figure out a different way to run this wire, but for now, I'm just gonna stuff it back under here so it's back in the way. That's not too bright, but whatever. I don't care today. So, where'd my little glove go? I need my homemade freaking glove, which is just a work glove that I cut some fingers off of because it already had holes, so I just cut them all the way off. I shouldn't have cut that much off, but whatever. It makes it so the tablet doesn't feel your hand. Let's open some ZBrush and do a little modeling, or try to. I'm still learning this crap. Share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Share it, I said. There we go. And let's, go to ZBrush. And recent. And Llama 6. Closing projects have changed. Would you like to save it? No. I don't want to save that stupid little circle that you make me come up stock. Here's my angry llama. He's about ready to blow up the gate. Oops. Not what I wanted. I wanted this. Actually, I want. That's the only thing I can't stand is some of the key combinations with this is kind of funky. But from what I understand, I want to Command Z. I want to turn symmetry on and then mask all of this up to about there. And then somehow I want to invert the mask, masking, inverse, and then somewhere clear, blur mask, grow mask, inverse, mask all, sharpen mask, shrink mask, display. Somewheres I can make it disappear, and I don't remember how. Crap. This program it's really powerful, and yet it's really not, because it has too much stupid. I mean, like, why do I need all of these? Why? This doesn't need to be here. Why can't I delete that? That really irritates me. That you can't delete crap that should be able to be deleted. Texture view, and then all of these are like way off. But file, open, delete box, stroke, texture, tool, transform. Somewhere in here, and now the sunshine's blowing through the window, and I can't see what the hell I'm doing. I'm getting too much reflection. Activate cemetery. Having one of them days already. Now, I did this earlier, and now I can't remember how I did it. I watched the video on how to do it. Transform, move, scale, zoom, move, rotate, split level, line fill, solo, transparency, local, cemetery. I keep saying cemetery. I don't need Z sub, Z add. Don't need either of those that I can remember. Render. References, material, delete, file, edit, draw. Come on. Where the hell was it? This is the one thing I really kind of hate about this app. It's just kind of foolish. Deformation, mirror, rotate, preview, no, surface, white box noise, geometry. It's one of these frickin' things, and I can't remember which one it is. Masking, inverse, sharp mask, clear mask, grow mask, mask view. Adaptive skin, I know it's not that. I'm beginning to learn. Okay, now I'm going to have to go into frickin' edit tab. I can't type with the glove on. It drives me nuts. Hide mask area. That should find it. Hiding masked areas. Where is it? I'm going to have to turn the sound down. Is this going to backfeed or anything?
Scroll down to the bottom of this visibility section and open that up. And in here you'll have a hide points and a show points. So when you click this hide points button, it's going to look at any areas of your model.
I don't think we have that.
It's going to hide.
This is regular ZBrush, not Core, that's why. But I don't think I have that. Yeah, there's no visibility here. But I think it's like D. Currently Miss has 0 sublevels. No. Crap. That is not ZbrushCore. To delete. How can I delete? No way to hide a mask area. I know there is a way because I just did it. Control W to create a poly mesh from the mask, then hide by Control Shift clicking on the poly group twice. Now, is it me or is that just the most bizarrely insane freaking way to control something? I mean, Control W to create a poly group from the mask, and hide by Control Shift clicking on the poly group twice. Is it just me, or does that just sound like holy crap? Why? Control W. That didn't work. Command Z. Control Shift click. Command Z for sure. Come on. And Shift click. Click. Okay, that's sort of working, but not really doing what I want. And I know there's a way to do it. Command C. Command D. Shift D. Come on. Why do they make this like totally freaking impossible? Okay, masking selections. Load up. Better off with my trackball here. Masking, hiding. To hide parts in the mesh, hold the Shift and Control T and drag over the model. After releasing the click, only the part included in the lasso is visible. Now what? Shift Control and drag over the model. So what's the point of doing the whole selection then? Control Shift, I guess. That's kind of what I want, but what happened to the masking? And how do I make it come back? I have no idea what I'm doing because none of this makes any frickin' sense. But I can do that. And that makes it so I just see those 2 feet. What's up, Mr. Buttram? I don't get why they make it more complicated and confusing with ZBrush than it needs to be. Everyone thinks it's so great, and I'm just like, there's so much that doesn't make sense. That they make complicated that every other app in the world doesn't, and yet they do. Anyway, so I do have symmetry on. I'm going to put my stupid little glove on because I can already see that my finger hand is showing up on the tablet. I don't know if you guys can't see the tablet. That don't matter. All right. So standard. Is this going to work or am I going to have issues? Why is it not doing anything? Not doing anything. The build-up's working. Let's try some inflation. There we go. Kind of what I wanted. A little heavier than what I wanted, but it actually might work in the and I don't have sculptures on. What the hell just happened? Just freaked out. Why can't I get rid of that? So I gotta smooth everything down to get rid of the one. I don't want textures. I just want. Where's inflate? There it is. See, now I got this freaking hole here. Why won't it let me cover the hole? Just build over that hole. But no, it won't. It just continually makes the hole. Why won't it fill that? Why does it got to constantly do the exact opposite of what you want it to do? And what happened to my symmetry? Why is it not working in symmetry all of a sudden? Okay, why is the symmetry like different all of a sudden? Because that thing got punched, huh? Yep. Okay, and I think I fixed the hole too, sort of. See how it keeps making that one frickin' spot? It just doesn't make any sense to me. See this? You can't get rid of stuff. It won't let me smooth out like stupid crap. It keeps like remaking the stupid crap I'm trying to fix. See that hole? How do I fix that frickin' hole? It just keeps making the hole. There's no getting rid of the hole. Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. Just want that crap gone. Why does it not just let that crap go away? Computers. Yep, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. That is what I was doing. A lot of Control Zing. Clay buildup. The current active history is not okay. Whatever that the hell all is about. I don't know. Some of the look at what it's doing now. Why is it doing that? I mean, I know why, but why doesn't it have a simple freaking understanding that that's not what I want? I mean, that's just a given. And then I gotta smooth it down and start all over. And this isn't just ZBrush. All of these modelers do this. The only one that never did was sculptors. I had none of these problems with sculptors. It never did this kind of crap. Because, let's turn it on. Sculptors is now built in here. It would remesh it. But why is it not remeshing it? See, I should be getting a tighter mesh here. Nope. Why? Just don't. This is the only reason I can't model on these freaking programs anymore. I used to be able to do this, and you can't do it anymore because it does its own thing, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's supposed to do that." No, it's not. I want sculptress. I don't need that big a draw size. Now, why is it not remeshing it? See how it's making these triangles and it's just like making them all weird? It should be remeshing them. Geometry. Dynamesh. Let's turn Dynamesh on. Why won't it turn Dynamesh on? Oh, and it just took the whole frickin' thing back, right? Yep, the whole llama's back and it's all distorted here. Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. You know what? Just reload it. No, I don't want to save it. I want to start over. Oh, crap. What is up, Mikey boy, the birthday boy, the day after the birthday boy, orange freaking birthday. Hello, Ian. As you can see, I'm totally frustrated with this because it just doesn't make any sense the way some of this works. Fleet, I know that works the best right here. Some of it, I just don't get some of this stuff, which is why I have such issues modeling these days, because it does not act like clay anymore. I know they have sculptors. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Sculptors used to be an app that this I think he was French. Some French guy designed. And it was smoking like ZBrush and all those, and he had it for free. So Pixelogic bought it and made it basically a plug-in for ZBrush and ZbrushCore. And it just doesn't work the same. I ate too many mushrooms yesterday. I could have been called Mario. It was an epic pizza. What kind of mushrooms? Magic mushrooms? Are you eating magic mushrooms? And this right here, this whole, I have to hold the Option key, start moving it around, release the Option key, and then I can zoom. That's just kind of back hack or ass works to me. I just don't get that. All right, stop whining and just start doing it. Oops, didn't want that. Option, move. The keyboard commands are kind of obnoxious for this. To come in, I need to go to pure draw size. Oh, not that big. And I know there's a keyboard shortcut for that too. Kind of getting, I like keyboard shortcuts, and I'm getting tired of the ones in ZBrush and Blender. They become kind of bizarro. Let's see if I smooth that. Whoa! Too much. Shift. Smooth. All right, we're getting closer, but it's just such a pain to do something that should be so easy. I mean, all I want to do is add this up, and it's not letting me do it in a way that feels natural. That makes sense. I'm going to be trying this again in Blender. Blender has a lot of the stuff I'm bitching about. Blender does too. It's not just ZBrush. None of them do it the way sculptors used to. And again, this is a running Sculptress plugin, which, as you can see, is working in the sense that if you look here, all your polygons are very large, and as I draw over here, they get smaller according to what I'm doing. They auto. Much, much more expensive pizza. Yeah, probably. Probably would have been. Let's see if I make this a little bigger. You notice the triangles are changing now because I'm smoothing. Let's see, I should be able to just pull that in without using that. I just can't get this thing to do what I want it to do. It always does what it wants to do, not what I want it to do. Does that make sense? Which is normal, but kind of annoying. Oops, wrong one. That's the other thing. I'm always hitting the wrong damn key with all of these freaking shortcuts. I like shortcuts. I don't like being forced to use a shortcut. I like the shortcut once I figure it out and it becomes natural, not being the only way to do it. Let's see if I can shape it now. Da-da-da-da-da. What are you guys up to today? Anybody doing anything fun and exciting? What is up, Marcus? Dee-dee-dee-dee-dum. Move. I think that's the end. La-di-da. I don't know. Can you guys hear my printer printing away? I don't know if you can or not. Move it out a little bit. Move this out a lot bit. We're actually getting close to what it's supposed to look like. Believe it or not. Need to straighten it up a little, but that's actually pretty darn close from a distance. The unmistakable sound of circles. Yes, that's pretty much what it is. And zigzags. A lot of zigzagging. Okay, why won't it? Tablet BS. And see, they're kind of like claws. But it's more rounded than I'm doing. And very flat on the bottom. I'm arcing the bottom and I don't need to. But yeah, they almost look like bird claws. Camel toes. All the arcs. Did you get cake? I don't think he actually can eat cake. Isn't he actually diabetic? Didn't you say you were diabetic? And my whole... Because his buttram came up and said, how to get diabetes? Eat cake. And I said, you can eat cake. And he's like, I already got the diabetes. So I'm under the impression he's already got diabetes. Diabetes. God got the diabetes. All right. This way. That whole zooming action is just freaking terrible. I don't know why people put up with this. Some of this crap. Can I just push this up if I can? Still not perfect. Got to downsize it just a hair. Pull this up, and up, and up, and this out, and this down, and in, and then do the same over here. Actually, that pretty much does it right there. That's getting closer to reality. This needs to be smoothed out here. And of course, just lost all the detail. Because I have to zoom in to keep the detail, or is it just the brush size? Whoops. Command Z. Shift. I don't know. Losing all the detail again. It just irritates me. It doesn't work in predictable ways. And then that's too much, Command Z. Is that giving me... Yes. It's actually... Command Z. It's more up here, isn't it? Like right here, where it transitions from fur to claw. like, I can never get it to do what I want it to do. It's always doing something else. No matter how I change the settings or try and make it work, it never does what I want it to do. It always does something else. Like any of that. I'm about ready to give up on this because it's just not doing what I want it to do. It is better than I had. Maybe you shouldn't have Google's Llama Toes from my work computer. Why did you just Google it? They're more like, if you look at them and you think about it, they kind of look like a bird claw. It's just not, I don't know, not doing what I want it to do. Let's inflate it out more. Oh boy, I just can't get it to do what I want it to do. I know what I want it to do, it just won't frickin' do it. Okay, why are you doing that? Stop that. That's what I wanted. Again, it's using the same keyboard command to do the view. So if I don't get it on here, if I don't necessarily get it on the model, like if I hold the shift key and move around, it's smooth. But if I hold the shift key and touch off the model, it all of a sudden rotates the screen and just totally screws with you because you happen to be just off the model a little bit. I do not like the shortcuts they have assigned. And I think I can reprogram them, but I'm not sure how. And that's just one more nightmare for me to have to deal with at this point. I just can't get it to shape the way I want. Guys, look up camel toes. I dare you. See, like, I'm not getting this shape, and no matter how I work it. It's just not giving me the shape I want. It keeps doing its own frickin' thing. It doesn't pull the way and move the way I expect it to. It is better. I mean, honestly, now they've gone back to just doing low poly. This needs to be actually higher in the front. What I think about it. Like, how do I get that area to fill in? Just like tapping and then smoothing. It sort of filled it in. It's just weird the way you gotta go about it. I don't feel like I'm working with clay anymore. With Sculptress, I actually felt like I was working with clay. This feels like I'm having to work with the program, not with clay. That makes sense. Kind of being silent because I'm actually getting close to what I want, sort of. Sort of. Not exactly, but I'm starting to get a shape I like. As long as I don't screw it up. Don't really like this, but again, I want to hide those back feet, but it doesn't work the way I expect it to when you do it. Let's make the draw size a little bit smaller. It's getting close. Sort of close. So, before when I smoothed, it gave me, it lowered the poly count. Where now it's raising the poly count. There we go. So it's definitely brush size dependent. The little off center. I can sort of fix that. There's like an ankle / knuckle here. Knuckles, ankles, whatever they are. Joint. Bulbous effect. Oh, I think I'm going too far back here, aren't I? Yeah. It doesn't actually go behind the leg back here much. Very little bit right here. But it actually kind of leans forward and into it. So all of this back here is wrong. I wonder if I can just smooth that away. I think I can. And the back legs are. Stop! Because I hit the shift key, it keeps setting the view. But you got to hold the shift key to smooth. I don't know. Wrong part. But I'll actually do this with it now. I think I'm getting closer. So it's very narrow right across here. Yeah. Every time I try and do something like that in this, it just makes it worse. If I try and scale it up, it just ends up screwing up. It like doesn't do it evenly. I don't even know if I can scale it up in this. I mean, let me rephrase it. I don't know how to scale it up. And like everything in here, all the features, settings, ways to do things are kind of screwy. I'm saving this right now. Let's go to 7. In case I find something I didn't like that I've done, but that's looking a little better. Oops. Once again, depending on where you put the mouse and what key command you hold and how long you hold it. Let's turn this off. See what they look like. It's actually not terrible. It's far from perfect, but it's not the worst I've done so far. Red light out of here. Hello from Italy. Speak, Tom. Italy. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read the name. Dino? Yep, Dino something. I'm looking at my little itty bitty screen on my tablet, which I can't see very well. When he prints with a 0.4, I never print with a 0.4 nozzle. I probably would have print with a 0.6 nozzle. Although I'm thinking about putting a 0.4 on the back on the pumpkin. And I can always do the big stuff on this printer over here, the Llama Core, and use the 0.4 for the pumpkin. And it's printing away. Something still just doesn't look right. But they actually don't look terrible. Though I think they're reversed. Like, see how this one's a little bit bigger than this one? I think it should be the other way around. And I do think they have a slight difference in size between the inner toe and the outer toe. Maybe not. They're pretty much the same, aren't they? Looks like the outer toe might be a little bit bigger. They have some ugly ass feet, huh? What does this thing show? Good foot, bad foot. Okay. What's this with the llama stay 6 feet away? Oh, look at that little llama freaking, I want to say moccasin slippers. Okay. I got to think of how I'm going to do fur, too. I mean, I got the body shaped pretty close to where I want it. But I don't know how to make it fur looking. And I think, because that's what I'm going to do now, is just get away from them shaping the feet thing. Stitch basic. Mask, lots of smooth. Move topology. Isn't it just move? What the frick's the difference? Noise. And if I come over here to brush somewhere, is there like a brush setting here? I don't see one, do you? Texture. Off on Lightbox. Import. Stroke. Dots. Spray. Modifiers. Sculptress Pro. Adaptive size combine. Lazy mouse. That does not look like fur. That just looks like noise. Now I know there's a way I can adjust that. But where's my brush settings? Subtool, that's all that crap. Geometry, that's the base geometry. Surface, Noisemakers? Noise, check it out. Let's try this noise. Holy crap. Check that out. Not what I want, but it is kind of cool. That's actually very cool. Come in, Z. But how do I change the noise stroke? Mouse input average count. Modifiers. How do I change the noise? I know there's a way. I can make him look like a sheepy. It's almost looking like fur by putting it on and then smoothing it over a little. Almost. Looks more like a lamb. Yes, no, maybe. Dave! Just the perfect guy I actually was going to talk to. Topology? Where's there a topology? I'm actually printing on your build plate there, Davey Dave. And it's working just beautifully for PETG. After I actually had to sand it. I was having problems with stuff sticking, and once I sanded it, it's like gorgeous. I have some 1000 grit sandpaper. And it makes it like glass. Not that you can see it because I got the screen share thing on, but it's really smooth. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just playing. There's a way to do mesh, Z, subtools, geometry, surface, deformation, masking, polygroups, display properties, adaptive skin. They just got weird names for everything, too. It should be right here in stroke. I'm just experimenting now. And I know there's a way I can make this right, too. Nice spray. And it's looking very lamb woolish, not llama hairish. Okay, it's not doing anything. None of that's really working for me. No. Well, I think I'm done with this for now because it's just pissing me off. It's not really pissing me off. It's not doing what I want it to do. I wonder. Here's a trial and error thing. What file formats can I use? STL, object extended. Let's just use object. Save it to the desktop. Quit. No, I don't want to change anything. It's imported into Blender. Oh, I haven't even opened Blender yet since it just updated like a couple days ago. I'm going to try it in Blender because there are stuff that works better in Blender. Blender, left, right, dark mode, mode settings, 2.1 settings. What the hell happened? It just freaked out. Okay. Open. Desktop. Okay, yes, you can use my desktop. Okay, you can access those. Cancel. Maybe if I file import. Is there an import? Import. STL object. Desktop. Spheres object. And it's thinking, and it's thinking. Now, how do I? It's the other thing. See, of course, now I'm used to the other commands. How do I delete that? Edit, delete. Batch. Where is delete? File. How do I delete that model? Yeah, I don't care about your notifications. Go the frick away. Cube. Well, I can make it disappear. Holy crap, that's tiny. Sculpting. I gotta remember everything. All the keys are different. Do rotates and stuff. This one you actually have to use the mouse button. I need to know what they are. Scrape. That just flattens it out. Actually, those feet don't look bad in this one. They don't look good either, but they actually don't look all that bad. It's so funny. I can do so many things, and then certain things it just won't function the way I want it to. It's very bizarre. I just texted my son. He might be able to get on the stream and explain to you how to add hair. Why is he big into ZBrush and/or Blender? Either one. I've been playing with both, and that honestly, that's probably half my problem, is because they are close enough. Blender has gotten way closer in the sense of how it works to ZBrush, and it often confuses me because they're close enough where I keep have a hard time remembering which one I'm using. What the hell did I just do? No. Over here somewheres. Options. Margins, parents, toolkit. Modifiers. Where's the modifiers? Modifiers. Add a modifier. There should be a scale one in here. Do you guys see scale? Fluid, ocean. There's gotta be a way to just scale it. Right here. That works. Now, how do I move? I don't remember how to move around. How do I... Why is it doing a playback? I don't care about playback. Play every keyframe. Why is this even doing it? Set start. I don't care about any of this. Pause. I don't even want the playback. How do I make that just go away? Right here. You. Okay, how do I get the hand? There's a shortcut for it. Where is it? No. Object mode, sculpt mode. And Z. I think I'm about done for the day. It's 20 after 11. Hi, I'm an evil llama. I'm very angry. Oh, crap. I think I'm going to make the saddle and backpack and guns and all that crap in Fusion because it's just easier to box model in Fusion. Printing shirts. Cool. I want some shirts. Print me some shirts. I want llama shirts. Yeah. Quit. Don't. Oops. Quit. No, we don't need to save that. Well, I wonder if I saved it big and re-imported it into ZBrush, if I could do it bigger and more cocky riding the llama. No, I'm gonna make him. He's Dan came up with a name yesterday or the day before. I was modeling it. It's gonna be the A1M1 Attack Llama. He's gonna have like Gatling guns mounted in the saddle. A1M1 Gatebuster. I'd pay $5 for an STL of Tom Llama riding a llama. That would be good. I would probably pay $5 for that. What's up, Viking? Anybody want to hop in now? I don't need that thing anymore. I can actually use my mouse. If anyone wants to jump in for 15 or 20 minutes, hang out. Surface to gate missiles. Yeah, baby. Gate busters. It's funny, I used to be able to model with sculptors like it was nothing and do pretty nice stuff. And these new apps just don't function the same. They just don't work the same way. Just me got learned how to do it. Just got home. You mean you actually left your home? Why would you leave your home? Don't you want to be in your home? Oh, crap. I'm going to have to go do lunch for Mom pretty soon. Actually, I don't have to. I forgot about that. She's got lunch. She doesn't want to. She's doing a church lunch thing. They're all hanging out on their Zoom and doing lunch together and praise the Lord and all that crap. So I don't have to give her lunch because she's got it already. That's pretty sweet. I like that. Let's see how far along my little print is. Let's share the screen and you guys can see the new. I've been playing with Octoprint UI plugins to get different views. The one thing I have noticed, see, it just paused. Ever since I changed the UI, see that pause? As it's loading stuff, it'll pause the printer, which I don't like. So this UI is taking some serious, like, but I kind of like this. This is really kind of nice. The only thing it's not is these aren't controls. And it's not reading right because the fan is on. So it's not reading correctly. Unless it's got to wait to the next layer. It's not giving me a layer readout either. So yeah, it probably has to wait. There we go. See, now it's reading 83% done, layer 67 of 79. What's up, Lightspeed? You gotta get the TH3D Smart plug for Octoprint. Why? Why would I need a smart plug? I don't need any more freaking plugs. Is it a plug-in or an actual plug? The one thing I do want is I want to be able to control. There it goes. See, now it's showing the fan. But it's not reading out. Oh, there it is. It's just because I had it clicked on it. Which I probably have to turn that fan down for PETG. I think that might be one of my problems. They got a little too much fan. Problem is I don't think those fans will run at anything less than like 50-55%. They did just stop spinning. Them little fans are actually the ones that come with the Omni drop there. They're ballsy for them little 4010s. They push a lot of air for such a small little fan. More than the ones you'd find on like the Crealities and stuff, but they're extremely loud. Very loud. Even louder than the Creality ones, which is why I mounted, if you look here, I mounted the 5015, that's actually an ultra silent 5015, which I think I'm doing just the opposite with. I don't think it's pushing quite enough air. I mean, it's working, but I have a feeling I don't get heat creep, but I have a feeling I'm getting a little too hot in the upper cooling blocks. Petzl.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Screwing off.
Dude, we got a heat wave over here. It's like 45 degrees and the snow is melting. And I'm just happier than hell. And I pulled I plow snow at the restaurant. So I pulled my plow into my front yard and I actually plowed the grass. I set the plow about 3 inches above the grass.
Oh, just to get it to melt faster?
Yeah. Well,
I do the same thing.
My dog won't even go out into the yard because it's so deep. So,
it's so funny because I was just saying that, like in the beginning of the stream with the weather, we've had like really, really cold winter, and the last like 4 or 5 days, we've gone back to almost normal because we're normally in the 40s every day this time of year. By March, we're highs in the mid to low 40s, but it almost hits. Our average is 40, 45. And we started getting there again. And then today is the coldest day of the year. This is the coldest day we've had all winter. It's like 0 out and windy as hell. But then again, tomorrow's supposed to be 50 again.
Yeah.
The only problem we're having, I'm actually lucky. I'm surprised. We like a third of the state is without power because we've had like 80, 90 mile an hour winds. We've had borderline hurricane winds all night. It's actually it's windy out now. It's like a normal heavy wind. It's not, it's still bad, but it's not like it was last night.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a buttload of the state without power, and I'm surprised I still got power. There's trees down in my yard, which the frickin' beavers aren't helping. Freaking beavers are going around chewing half the tree down, and then they wait for the damn windstorm, and all the trees come down. I'm not kidding. There's like 4 of them out on the edge of the swamp that they half chewed through, and they're all down now because of the storm.
Oh, man, that's crazy. I love beavers, man. I love beaver dams and stuff. That when you go out in the woods, it's just they do some amazing things.
Yeah, I really don't. The only time the beavers bother me, they get down the end of the driveway, and we've got the stream goes under the road. It's got one of them, plastic pipes.
Yeah.
And they keep building in that, and that just floods my driveway and the road. And
No, really? They block up. Block up the culvert.
The state's been down there. They come down about once a month and rip it all down. They do it about every month. They build it back up, fill it up. It backs up, floods my driveway, floods the road. Luckily, it's a state road, not a town road, because the state will come and just, I literally have a direct access to the head of the state now because they do it so often that the last time they were here, the head of the state gave me his card, the DOT or DET or whatever the hell. Department of Transportation, DOT.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
So if it starts building up, he's like, just email me. Here's my email. If it starts building up bad, if you notice he starts building in the pipe again, just email me and we'll come down. And they have like a backhoe thing. Most of the time they just crawl in there with like waders on and take a rake and rake it out. It's big. I mean, you can almost walk in the pipe. It's probably 5 foot diameter. But they actually have a backhoe attachment that's like a coring bit that they stick in the pipe and just ream the pipe out.
Oh, that's crazy. Never seen that.
Yeah, it's bizarre though, because it's like a metal corkscrew, but the metal corkscrew is only like a foot in diameter, and then it has a bunch of metal bristles.
Yeah.
Sticking out, so they can literally like stick it in and scrub the pipe out.
Like a duct cleaner.
Yeah. But it's corkscrewed. And they have like little metal bristles on it.
Yeah.
And they're soft. I mean, they're actually fairly soft. The center of it's pretty hard. And it just punches through and then wipes out all the it's more for leaves and crap. Because every couple of years they got to or every the end of the season, the end of the fall, they have to knock all the leaves out of all of those. And that's what it does. It just goes in and scrubs it out, and gets rid of the slime and just opens up the pipe again.
Yeah. I meant to tell you about you have to sand those. You have to sand those surfaces. Those that polycarbonate.
Yeah, I never sanded it. I think I did steel wool it when I first got it, but I used like triple lot, and I don't think it was enough.
That polycarbonate's so hard. I use like an 80 grit. I use like an 80 grit or 100 grit and a orbital sander.
Oh, I just hit it by hand with like 100. I think it's pretty fine. What is it? 800. I just hit it with some 800, and it's giving me like
yes. Even at 800
finish.
You're just barely breaking the surface. That polycarbonate's so hard. I
mean, it looks terrible looking at it. It's all like white and ghostly.
Oh yeah,
really bizarre looking.
Yeah,
but the finish coming off of it is like glass. And here's the other thing: there's no difference in setting between these two. I have not touched the printer, other than obviously it's a slightly different model, but the settings and the slicer and everything are exactly the same, except for I turned on linear advance.
Yeah.
That's without linear advance. See all those holes? It's like over extruding. Everyone's like, oh, you're under extruding. No, I was actually over extruding.
Yeah, it was actually pulling it.
Because that's with linear advance on.
Really?
Yep. That's the only thing I changed. The only problem is I turned it up too high, and now you can see the big holes.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't remember what I did the whole test and got the setting like 6 months ago, but since then I've screwed everything up so many times because you know me, I gotta fix it again until it's properly broken. So I could probably just, if I really tried, I could probably snap this right in half.
You're the king of tweak.
Oh, I'm the king of screw it up. I really don't tweak that much. I'm just constantly, I guess you call it tweaking, but I never really get really perfect prints because I'm always screwing with something. And I don't have the patience. Like, you should really go through and adjust the setting, see the reaction. Adjust the setting.
I know.
One of those that goes through and adjusts like 8 different settings. And then be like, oh, which one screwed it up?
I know. And then you try to remember all 10.
What one's it screwed with?
It's like, oh, yeah.
That's why I mean, I can get decent prints. I mean, that's actually, especially with PLA. PLA is easy. I mean, you don't even have to be that close to get PLA to
no, PLA.
PETG, you got to be a lot more anal about your settings than you do with PLA. I almost got this thing to work. I thought I broke the frickin' oil filter.
What kind of nut are you trying to?
It's the oil filter. The Chevys now have they have the interior oil filter. It's not like a can you just unscrew.
Yeah,
it's an actual paper filter that's inside the block.
Yeah.
There's just a plastic cap that you got to undo, and it pops the oil filter out. There's no more, there's no more can. It's just the paper filter.
Yeah.
It's actually built into the block. I know you just got to pop the little cap off, but that didn't quite do it. It's close though. I put a lot more torque on this before it broke than I thought it would. I mean, it's only like a 3 millimeter wall there.
Yeah.
If that, where these should actually hold. Yeah, it's a 32 millimeter, which I have 1 1/4 or 1 3/8 socket somewhere. I know I do, but what the fuck's the fun in that? I want to do it with a 3D printed wrench.
I'm gonna break something.
Well, it's just fun to see. It was more of a, when I started looking at it, it's like, okay, we've had the car over a year now. We bought it a year ago, Thanksgiving. And it's got like 2,000 miles on it since we bought it. We bought it at 24,000 miles, and it's got 26,000 miles on it. It doesn't go anywhere. I checked the oil because, it's got the automatic change your oil light.
Yeah.
I checked the oil, and it looks brand new. It's still like golden yellow. It's not even slightly browned or anything yet. So I don't need to change it. So I've reset the stupid warning already, but I'm going to change it anyways just because, it's my mother's car. It's new. It's been over a year. Might as well do it. Not only that, I think I'm going to take the oil because it's the same oil that goes in my van. And my van's got like 300,000 miles on it, so I don't give a shit. The crappier the oil is, the better it clogs up all the crap that's worn out. So I'm going to take the oil out of the car and put it in my van. And that way I don't have to buy two cases of oil and all that crap. I will buy a filter for it, but so I'm not in a rush to do it. I could go out there with a socket and pop it and have it done. That's the one that I do like about that car is with that filter. The filter's right on the top of the block. It's on the side, but it's easily accessible. And the oil drain is right behind the driver's side tire. You don't have to jack the car up or anything to change the oil in it. You
What
can
kind
get
of
to
car?
everything. Huh? It's a Chevy
What
Equinox. It's a 4-cylinder Chevy Equinox. You can literally reach under. It's less than an arm length away from the front tire. And you can just reach under there. The car sits like 12 inches off the ground. I don't know. I'm exaggerating, but I can almost climb underneath that thing without even jacking it up. So I don't even have to jack it up or drive up on ramps or anything. I'm going to do it all on the ground. The only problem I see is I do want to save the oil to throw in my van or because it's the same shit I throw in all my like lawn tools. I may just throw it in one of those, in my leaf mulcher, or I've got 2 leaf mulchers and all that crap. So I want to save it, but I don't have anything big enough, low enough that I can save it in. I have an oil pan thing, one of those big jugs where you unscrew it and it's got the little funnel and everything that screws it.
Yeah,
but I've had that like 25 years, and I don't think I can clean it out enough to get clean oil out of it. And it's full of oil. I didn't realize my father had used it before he got sick, and it's full of oil from like 3 years ago or 4 or 5 years ago, actually. Anyway, I have to go to the bathroom. You can entertain these guys because I won't be on. Whoops, I hit the wrong button.
I got no entertainment value today, man.
Anyway, well, I'm gonna kill it then because I really got to go.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, I was just going to tell you, my son used to do a ton of ZBrush back in the day. So if I can get him, he's got his own art business. So if I can get him someday to get on one of your streams, it might be a real simple solution to get.
It's more. I am so used to using Sculptress, which just the one thing I loved about Sculptress. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's not powerful enough," but it worked literally like grabbing a ball of clay in your hand and just working a ball of clay, and it was predictable. You know what I mean? When you drag it across the set, it inflated.
Yeah.
It worked. It wasn't as powerful, and that's what made it better, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
It just worked.
Yeah.
And I'm so used to using it because I used it for like 15 years. I mean, my llama heads were done in it. My dragon head was done in it. The bull head I have was done in it. And they're all, I mean, you can do some really detailed stuff with it. I mean, this thing is, on the keyboard. This thing is detailed. I did this in Sculptris in like an hour. There's no way I could do that in ZBrush in an hour. I mean, this thing is pretty freaking nice.
Okay, so did you see my comment? ZBrush, he did a lot of ZBrush, and he had one of the huge Wacom tablets.
Yeah, I got rid of my huge one.
And a stylus.
Yeah,
and he could do all the controls on the stylus. So basically, if he was creating a model, he could add and subtract right on the stylus. So
yeah, well, that's the only thing that's weird is where I'm left-handed. Like, there's another one of these that's very similar and has all the controls. See, I have the 4 buttons up the top. I don't know if you can explain. The next step up has all the buttons along the side, and it's only like $10 more. The problem is where I'm left-handed, I can't do it because they're all on the left side, and my hand keeps hitting them.
Yeah.
I had one of those. Yeah. And they say, you could just flip it upside down. No, you really can't. It's like, because there's a taper to these things. I don't know if you can see it, but taper. So when you flip it upside down, the taper is the wrong way, and you really can't just flip them over.
Yeah,
you can. You really can't. They are made to be left-handed or right-handed. Anyway, I got to go really badly.
Okay, see you, Llama. I'm out.
Later, guys. And we're out.